Hello and welcome to LevelUP. This is our Python series where Angus is going to teach you the basics of coding in Python. Enjoy!
Alright, so welcome back to our final project here. So this project is going to use pretty much most of the skills that we've learned over the last few tutorials, and we're going to build one big project. So this project is going to determine a ticket price for someone, say, going to a theme park or something. So what we need to do is we're going to ask the user for their age. We're going to get that input, and then we're going to use our if statements. If you remember, way back in one of the original tutorials, we're going to check to see if their age is less than 5, and if that is true, we're going to display, well, your ticket will cost £5, and then we're going to use an elif statement. If you remember that, we're going to check another condition to basically see if their age is less than 16, and your ticket will cost £10. I think this one will probably be the trickiest challenge. So if you can do that, great job. But if you don't worry if you can't. I will be going over this at the end. So if you've got any struggles, we can go over that and you can see where you might have gone wrong. And the last one, for anyone else, so basically anyone that's over 16, we want to display your ticket price is £15. Which did not mean to do that. All right. So I really recommend, and I would encourage you to try this on your own. See how far you can get. But if you can't, don't worry. I'll be going over this at the end. I'll be writing out this code, so you can check to see if you struggle with anything, you can see, and I'll show you how I would do it. All right. So pause the video here and give this a shot, and then come back and we can compare results. Alright, so I hope that went well for you. So the first thing we need to do in this project is ask the user for their age. So if you remember, we're going to have to create a variable and we'll call it age. We'll then use the equal sign to say we're going to give this variable age the value, and we're going to ask for the input of our two quotation marks to say we're putting in a string here. What is your age? So we're going to ask the user what is their age. Now if you remember, this function returns a string, and because we're going to be comparing numbers, we need to convert this string to an integer, so a number. And we can do that by wrapping that in the int function to basically say that whatever this input function returns, which will be a string, we want to convert that to a number for us. Excellent. So we've got the age. That's all great. So the first thing we need to do here is check if the age is under 5. So if you remember, what we can do is if statement. So we say if, and that's basically going to say we're going to start comparing something, and we're going to say age. So if our age, and this wants us to check if it's less than 5, so we can use the less than symbol, and then 5, and using our colon, we can say that any code under here is what we're going to run if this is true, and we can print your ticket will cost, and then we use the pound symbol and 5. There we go. So let's just quickly test if this is working. What is your age? I'm going to put in 4. So your ticket will cost £5. Excellent. And then anything over this, let's say 50, and nothing's displayed, which is what we would expect. We've gotten our age, we've converted the input of that to an integer, so we've got that age, then we've compared it to 5, and we can see that's false, so we don't get anything. Excellent. All right, so moving on. So we've got number 3 now. This is asking us to check if the person's under 16. So if this condition here isn't met, we also want to check if they are under 16. And then if this is true, we want to display your ticket will cost £10. Okay, excellent. So this one's this is probably the trickiest part of this challenge, because we've not really gone over this as much, but we're going to use an elif statement. Now, if you remember this, basically, if this condition here isn't true, so if the person isn't under 5, we can check another statement. And in this case, we'll say age is less than 16. And what's great about an elif statement is that if this condition is true, it won't run this code. It'll skip past all these if statements, which is great. So now we can see we've got this elif age is less than 16, so the person is 5, greater than or older than 5 and less than 16, you can then print your ticket will cost £10, I think we said. Yeah, £10 there. So your ticket will cost £10. Excellent. So really well done if you got that. But that's how we can compare a second condition. I'm going to add a bit on here, but then if we also wanted to see if the person was between 16 and 18, we could say if age is less than 18, we could say print your ticket is £18, which basically says that if this isn't true, so if the person is less than 5, we're not going to run this code. The person also isn't under 16. Let's say the person's 17. Person is 17, so we get this code that's run here. And then that would be the same if someone was say 14. We would run this condition. It's not true, so we skip over to this one. This is true, so the ticket will cost them £10. And then we don't run this one because this elif statement was true, so we can just ignore this. It essentially is ignored, and we just continue on with the program. So hopefully that explanation helped you out a bit there if you were stuck. But finally, for this last one, it basically wants to say for anyone else, so anyone that's 16 or over, their ticket's going to cost £15. So we're going to use the else statement. It basically says if all these conditions above aren't true, we're going to run this code, and we will print your ticket will cost, and how much did we say? £15. £15. There we go. So let's run this and make sure we've got this right. So if your age is less than 5, so let's enter, let's say you're 4. Your ticket will cost £5. Excellent. So to run this program again, we'll hit run again. What is your age? And let's say I'm 14. We're expecting to see a price of 10, and we see that. And finally, let's say I'm 50, and we can see the price of 15. That's displayed. So there we go. That's all that working. So well done. That's excellent. If you want to have a practice, try create your own programs now with all this knowledge that you've learned, and see what else you can create. And if you've got any questions, just leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to answer any errors you get in your code, or if you've got any questions, or if you're looking to learn more, I can direct you some great resources. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and hope you've become excited to learn Python.
That's it for this video. Check out our channels for some more tutorials from Angus on Python. Join us next time. Bye.